Yo, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be showing you some of my favorite Gambit builds. I only have a couple different ones that I like to use. I do definitely think these are the most optimal for Titan. As you guys know, I only really play Titan, so can't really give you advice on other classes at the moment. Right off the bat, I guess you can see my first build here on the Striker Titan with the top tree for the shoulder charge, mainly running Pulse Grenade. Rally Barricade, don't really use this that often, as well as Catapult Lift. If you're a PC player, you have the advantage to use Titan Skating to get across the map quick if you are running the Catapult Jump. If you are on console and are not able to Titan Skate, it doesn't really matter. I really like to use the jump anyways. But if you're going to use anything in Gambit and you're not Titan Skating, I'd probably recommend you use Strafe Lift. It'll allow you to go a little bit faster. Anyways, so going into my primary slot here, I'm typically always going to run the Midnight Coup. I guess you could substitute this for any other hand cannon that is similar to it, any other 150 hand cannon. But obviously if you have this thing, it is a monster with the Rampage and Outlaw. Also got that crispy monochromatic on there. Alright, in the secondary slot, typically want to run a shotgun, because if you are playing Gambit and you're being competitive, you're going to want to be more of an aggressive player, especially with this build. So I have the Aikilo shotgun. Don't really have too much to say about that. In the heavy slot, I like to run one of two things. If you have the option to and you have it, run the 1000 voices, because this thing absolutely melts other players when you go to invade, and it can melt bosses, melt groups of ads. It's what else can I say about the gun? Like, if you do not have the 1000 voices, I definitely recommend that you run the Sleeper Simulant. It's a gun that everybody can have regardless of how good or bad your RNG is. They did nerf this a little bit though, ammo wise. This gun is still a very solid choice for Gambit. You can destroy invaders as soon as you go in, or as soon as they come into your side of the field. Alright, now to move on to the armor. Please don't roast my Titan, by the way. He looks alright, dude. He looks like a can of Red Bull. On the helmet, we have the Insurmountable Skull Fort. This is particularly so that every time I go for a shoulder charge and I get a kill, I will get it back, as well as getting grenade energy and refilling my health bar if I am weak. The rest of your armor, it doesn't really matter what you run too much. The one thing I would definitely recommend you do for each of your pieces is make sure that you are running a super mod. Obviously that way you can get your super back faster. The one other thing that's important on this armor is you're going to want to have a couple of things that benefit your shotgun. On the gloves I have the shotgun loader, that way I'm reloading faster if I do need it. If you don't have a teammate like running Lunas, or you're not running the Rally Barricade. You want to make sure you have at least one special ammo finder too. If you stack too many of these finders, it tends to break for whatever reason. Not sure why that is. So I definitely recommend that you only run one of each type if you are going to run the ammo finders. The last important thing for the armor, I would say, is the reserves. I have a shotgun reserves on my my butt flag here. You can stack as many of those as you want. I do not think there's an issue there. So that's really about it for my first loadout. Alright, so here it is in action. You guys are going to make sure you're scooting around. Everything that you go to shoulder charge, you want to make sure you're going to be able to kill it. Always throw these pulse nades when you have them too, so then you don't have to worry about those enemies. You can go shoulder charge some other enemies, while the other enemies you threw nades at are getting killed by the grenade DOT. As you can see, it hits things in an area too, so you have so much room to, obviously, for damage. Another good use for these grenades is using it on these blockers as well, every time these guys are up. That way you don't have to waste a ton of ammo. Alright, for my second main loadout, I am running the top tree Sunbreaker, with particularly for the melting point. Temper metal is also very nice to have as well as the Syntheseps. The Syntheseps are very nice because you can just run into a giant group of enemies, particularly off the spawn when they spawn in Gambit. You can just start punching away. You don't even have to shoot anything. So obviously these lower enemies are going to get one hit, but you want to wedge yourself in between these big guys. That can happen though, so watch out for that. All right, cut to the next clip. So I would not recommend this build nowhere near as much as I would the Striker, just because the Striker is basically just an infinite loop of damage. It's actually amazing because you can get your health back on shoulder charge kills too. I believe this as basically like a last resort option for your Titan, unless you really need the melting point on your team. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did like it, found it helpful, feel free to leave a like on it and drop a comment. YouTube is kind of broken right now for those who don't know, so leaving a comment and a like on the video actually really helps the video get noticed. So if you guys could do that, you don't have to, it'd be much appreciated on my end. If you are new to the channel and want to subscribe, feel free to do that as well. Anyways, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.